Traders, we are potentially looking at the biggest trade since the George Soros trade back in 1992 on the pound, okay? It's a massive situation going on with Brexit. Let's talk about it. Roll the intro. All right, traders, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. It's your head trader here, Cleveland Bishop. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. US session is just about to wrap up, and we actually didn't have too much movement so far, even during the overnight session Sunday night or this Monday morning. And I think that's because there's a lot to anticipate later on this week. Okay, so that's what we're about to discuss, guys, some of the fundamentals, and tie that back over into the technicals. If you guys are new to the channel, I really appreciate you coming on in. Make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can get notified later for more videos. And if you like the video for your boy. I really appreciate it. Okay, so to get things started off, I actually want you guys to check out this article here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I am going to put it in the description below. You guys can take a look at it. But what it talks about is how George Soros made a massive bet back in 1992 that the pound was going to pull away the currency. They were going to stop being pegged with the euro, right? The pound and the euro were pegged back then. And this created a massive trading opportunity that George Soros caught up on. And basically, there are a few new hedge fund billionaires that are looking to catch the pound going back to the upside, because there's been a couple of revelations that have gone on in the past maybe week or so, 5 days max. All right, so right now it is seemingly to be a possibility, and in the trading world, when anything's a possibility, it's a trade. Okay, so right now there's a potential possibility that Brexit may not happen at all. Okay, so there are some talks about it being pushed back. Right now there is a March 2nd date that Brexit, that's the deadline for all the different negotiations and for all the different policies and rules to be enacted. Prime Minister May has to propose those things to the European Parliament, and then they say okay, and then the UK leaves the European Union. Well, again, right now that is looking like it's not going to happen. Tomorrow we do have a Brexit vote, all right, and it looks like it's going to be rejected. At least that is the forecast. Obviously, it should be rejected. No one really agrees with it, and Minister May did kind of pull back on it or recant some of the things that she even said last week. Okay, so here's the deal. There's only, what, a solid 90 days up until the vote needs to be passed, and things have been taking a whole lot longer than 90 days. Okay, Brexit happened back in July 2016. Well, it's going to be almost 3 years, and there hasn't been too much agreed upon as to how exactly the pound is going to function outside of the euro. So if Brexit doesn't happen at all, folks, guess what's going to happen? Here, let's take a quick look at the euro GBP. All right, that's the pair that most people assess the pound on. A lot of the Americans look at that GBPUSD. So if we head over here and head over to 2016, you guys can see a massive trade up into structure here. I'll zero in on it. This is the Brexit trade right here. You guys can see the pound lost a tremendous amount of value at one point, trading right at 78 and some odd pips. And you know, by the end of the year, I mean, the thing was in the $90s, okay, as high as the $95s. And obviously it's been fluctuating around that point. Well, of course, once Brexit happens, or once some type of resolution comes into play, even slightly positive for the pound, you should see this level right here broken, right? I mean, so if you guys think of it, markets priced the pound weakness, all right, all the way up into this $1.84 area. That's where markets have been having a hard time pulling back down into. You guys can see that they're even a little bit higher than that at the moment. So you actually have two massive levels that could be broken even before you get to where Brexit started and when that negative data came into the marketplace, again, back in June, July 2016. So again, there's around a 20% move here, okay, when it comes to a currency move that is possible, folks. That adds up to thousands and thousands of pips. And of course, if you are looking for a trading opportunity, hey, you got one right here. A 2019 massive situation. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Now, how you get some size in on this thing is gonna be very interesting. There's gonna be a tremendous amount of volatility up into this vote. That's usually the thing that gets people whacked out. You may be right on the move. You may say, hey, I wanna sell this market, and it actually might sell. There might be a tremendous down move. But if there's a massive amount of volatility and as it sells, there's a massive wicks up into your stop, or say you're like, hey, look, dude, I know it's gonna sell, I'm not gonna have a stop, you could still get margin called if your position is too large. Okay, so how to get in on this move? It's a risk. Of course, you're gonna have to have some pretty massive stops if this is what you're gonna try to execute on. But for today, I am sitting on my hands until a few more things play out. We will be having a few more conversations inside of our community, just because we see some interesting structures where we might be able to buy a quick pound up move. So that's gonna be intermediary though. That's not me talking about the full 20% move. This is just something that we think we see from an intraday, intra-week perspective, okay? So this is a big situation, folks. If you have not assessed pound, or if you're not really looking too far into pound, this is the biggest trading opportunity currently right now in 2019, and I want you guys to be fully aware of it, okay? Now, another big trading opportunity going on is this bad boy over here. Let's take a look at the USDJPY. This particular pair within itself isn't maybe so much the massive trading opportunity, but it's really just the JPY. So what we can do actually is we'll head over to the yen crosses and we'll take a look at the yen crosses overall. You guys will see something very similar, okay? Look at all the sell side move that you see across the board when it comes to this yen, and ignore some of the drawings that I may have on here, okay? So right now the yen is very much so trading at a pretty decent size premium based off of the current risk appetite in the market. Okay, guys, remember, anytime the market gets a little bit out of whack or very nervous about what is going to happen over the next few months or few years or so, you start to see repatriation back over into the Japanese yen. There were two currencies that got massively strong throughout the 2008 recession. That was the US dollar and that was the Japanese yen. Okay, so again, they're both safe haven currencies. We have seen a lot of buy side coming in on this JPY right now, and that is giving me a little bit of precaution to say to myself, okay, all this strength coming into to the JPY, in what instance can there be some type of scenario where markets start to feel a little bit more confident, where markets start to feel like they are expecting that there is going to be some positive data? Because once that happens, you know, wherever you want to play this trade, whether it's on a CAD JPY, let's go through some structures. This is our Aussie JPY. This is our USD JPY. Again, I actually like the USD JPY more than some of the other pairs, mainly because it actually did give me a decent consolidation. All right, a lot of these pairs are still just milking to the sell side, and there's no real structure, right? Even this is not the most beautiful structure. This is not a great structure either, but at least I have some type of consolidation where I might be able to play something. All right, even here for the Euro JPY, it looks decent. I think the USD JPY and even that pound JPY are our best looking structures here for a potential up move. All right, so this is something that we're going to be assessing and that we're going to be talking about over inside of, you know, our channel, and of course now you guys know of it as well. Okay, so at last, what I want you guys to also take a look at with me here is the Canadian dollar. So again, what I'm trying to help you guys paint a picture here is I want to again tie the fundamentals back over into the technicals. So we've talked about the Japanese yen. We've seen literally exactly how the Japanese yen has been affected over the past few weeks based off of the fundamental data that's come into play. That is going to give us a trading opportunity. We talked about the pound and how the pound fundamentals give us trading opportunities. All right, and so same thing here with the Canadian dollar. So in no way are we just assessing total technicals, okay? That again, that just doesn't give us the best edge for us to potentially make profits here. All right, guess what George Soros did? He was playing the market fundamentals back in 1992, and these billionaires, okay, today, this week, are playing market fundamentals based off of 2019. All right, so they're not looking at just technical analysis. Same thing here for us. Okay, so here, let's take a look at some of the fundamentals that are playing out for this Canadian dollar. First, we know what the Canadian dollar is pegged to, right? At least you guys should. I know my top traders do. Oil. Okay, here we got oil pulled up. You guys can see massive declines on oil. October 1st, all the way back over to, here we are again, October. What is this actually? This is middle November, November 16th, all right? And so we did have some ideas that we would probably see a break higher. We got that break higher, and as you guys can see, markets have been somewhat consolidated a bit. And we do think this is just a temporary exhaustion of the move. I do think that markets, worst case scenario, will touch back on this base here and start to trade back to the upside. You know, that's as simple as my technical analysis on this current situation really needs to be. If we do start from the high though and head to the low, you guys will see that we did kind of stutter around that 23.6 which does match up pretty decently to this previous structure here. So we are getting some confluence. I know you technical junkies are spazzing in your seats right now because I said the word confluence. All right, so we do have some confluence here when it comes to the technical perspective. We also have some pretty cool ideas from a fundamental perspective as well. We're looking to see Saudi Arabia actually start to slow the demand of oil. All right, slow the demand of oil creation, oil production. Same thing with the US. That's been the main reason why this market's been driven sell side so massively. They were oversupplying the market, and then just recently, obviously you guys can see that they have slowed that supply. Okay, and that has pulled our market back just a bit. All right, so right now on a Monday, these are the 3 things we are assessing. Okay, we're sitting on our hands when it comes to anything else. Potential pound opportunities this week for sure. Pound to the upside, that's the idea. We'll see what happens. CAD, we're looking at CAD as well, as it is, you know, its underlying is oil. If we see any kind of opportunities there, we will definitely let you guys know. And then JPY, that one probably is a little bit further off, but it's definitely an opportunity there for the JPY, right? So if there's anything else that comes out, guys, we'll definitely let you know. Tomorrow, we're doing a trader tips, okay? And then Wednesday, we got the Kyler and Cleveland show. All right, that's gonna be really fun. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow for the content. If you guys need help, if you guys want a little bit more in-depth details as to how to assess markets fundamentally, step by step, get in the bio. There is going to be a little link there that allows you to get inside of the Top Trader Academy. All right, so guys, look, if you need anything, totally let me know. We're gonna be seeing if there's anything to play. Like the video for your boy, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Trader Tips. Peace out.